5 campers thought they were just lost, not hunted, not trapped, not already marked. Mia, the leader, Jake, her boyfriend, Tyler, the loud one, Sarah, the skeptic, and quiet little Lena, who kept writing in her notebook like the woods were watching her back. They had come to the Appalachian backcountry for a real adventure. No trails, no signal, just pure wilderness for 4 days. By day 2, the trails vanished. By night 2, the hunters arrived. The first one was a tall, thin man in dirty hospital scrubs. His face was half covered in crude stitches, and he carried a rusted surgical saw. He didn't speak, he just smiled and started walking toward their campsite like he was coming home. Then came the second, a massive brute with a sack over his head and a bloody axe, and the third, a woman who moved like a spider, crawling on all fours between the trees, whispering nursery rhymes in a broken voice. The campers ran. The woods wouldn't let them leave. Every path looped back to the same small hollow with the ancient oak tree in the center, the one with the strange symbols carved deep into the bark. That's when the witches appeared, not dramatically, not with lightning and chants. They simply stepped out from behind the trees like they had always been there. 3 women, beautiful in a way that hurt to look at directly. The first had skin like moonlight and hair made of living moss. The second had eyes that were pure black voids and moved like liquid shadow. The third, the oldest, had a gentle smile that somehow made your skin crawl worse than the killer's grins. They called themselves the Hollow Sisters. "We protect what belongs to the mountain," the moss-haired one said softly. "You wandered in. Now you stay until we decide you're ready to leave." The killers kept coming, but every time one got too close, something intervened. The stitched man was found hanging upside down from the big oak, his own saw buried in his chest, arranged like a ritual offering. The spider woman was discovered woven into a cocoon of vines and roots, still alive, screaming poetry in a language none of them knew. The witches helped, but their help was worse than the killers. They got inside your head. Mia started hearing her dead mother's voice whispering through the trees, telling her all the ways she had failed as a daughter. Jake began seeing versions of himself committing the murders, wearing the killers' faces, enjoying it. Tyler's loud jokes turned into uncontrollable laughter that sounded exactly like the killer's mad cackling. Sarah, the skeptic, broke first. She woke up one night to find herself standing naked in the hollow, carving symbols into her own thighs with a sharp stone, while the 3 witches watched approvingly. "I'm helping you remember," the shadow one whispered. "You used to be one of us." Lena, the quiet one, was the only one who seemed okay. Too okay. She started finishing the witches' sentences. She knew their names without being told. At night she would walk into the woods alone and come back with fresh berries and perfectly cooked meat, smiling dreamily. The final night, the last killer arrived. He was different, calm, intelligent. He wore a cracked porcelain mask and carried no weapon. He simply stood at the edge of the hollow and spoke with a soft, cultivated voice. "You girls have been playing in my hunting ground. The sisters promised me new prey this season." The 3 witches appeared behind the campers, forming a protective circle. The moss-haired one smiled at the masked man. "She is ready," she said, gently pushing Lena forward. Lena turned around and looked at her friends with pure black eyes and the sweetest smile. "I've been learning their recipes," she whispered. "Would you like to see what I can do now?" The screaming that followed lasted until dawn. When the sun finally rose, only 2 people walked out of the hollow. Mia and Jake. They never spoke about what happened to Sarah, Tyler, or Lena. They never went back. But sometimes, late at night, Mia wakes up to the sound of soft poetry being whispered in Lena's voice from inside her own chest, and Jake swears he can feel something moving behind his eyes, patiently waiting for the next time they get lost in the woods. The Hollow Sisters are still there. They always need new sisters, and the mountain is always hungry for fresh voices to sing with.